Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is with my pleasure to give you all a walk around and tour of a very unique small pickup truck. This is the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. The Ranger Raptor is essentially a newer version of the Raptor family, and as you can see, this one here is pretty unique as well. This also is the more affordable way to get into a Raptor in the Raptor lineup in comparison to vehicles like the F-150 Raptor as well as the Bronco Raptor. This one in particular has an MSRP of just over $59,000 when it was brand new. It does come with the beadlock wheels. It does come with the Ford embossed logo, as you can see right there in the front grille, and you do have a Raptor-esque interior, which is very nice. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, this is going to be your typical Ford key fob, except you do have the Raptor emblem on the other side, and you have your buttons on this side, which include your lock, unlock, remote start, and your your panic alarm. To remote start the Raptor, just make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the active exhaust system will start the engine up for you, and it does sound pretty good. And when you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle in true Raptor fashion, we do have Ford embossed all over. As you can see, it does look really nice and very cool in person. You do have a front-facing camera above the Ford emblem, or Ford spelt out, because that way you won't be able to get into a frontal collision. And when we pan out a little bit, it does give it a more aggressive and unique look. You also do have your front parking sensors on this one, black recovery hooks, as well as your fog lights on this particular model. You also do have your performance LED daytime running lights with LED projector headlamps. Checking out your wheels and tires on this one, we are looking at a set of Goodyear Territory MTs on 17-inch wheels. These measure 315, 70 R17s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and come up to the door handle, just put your hand inside, there's a touch sensor, and that will unlock the vehicle for you. And when you're finished, close it up, tap this button here, and one beep will indicate locking. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Oxford white, with the ebony leather interior with orange accenting specific to the Raptor trim level. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some very nice soft touch material on top, as well as down here at the bottom. You have your unlock and lock switches here, 3-person memory seating, followed by your power mirror controls. This is going to open and close those mirrors for you. You do have your power windows here. Coming down below that, you do have a little storage area in the door and the little pocket here, as well as an area for a small cup holder. Along that smart key access system, the Ranger Raptor does come standard with push button ignition. Just simply have the key fob on you or in the vehicle itself, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Ford Raptor does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pin power steering wheel. It does have some of that orange stitching to let you know that you do have the Raptor package. This little trim right here also lets you know you have the Raptor package, and of course it does spell out Raptor down here. You do have your center controls here on the left as well as on the right sides, followed by your aluminum finished paddle shifters on both the left and on the right as well. Left is going to house your cruise control settings, your volume controls here for the audio, hands-free voice. To the right, we're going to have some goodies such as our suspension, Raptor button right here, so you can track your exhaust sound right here, as well as a heated steering wheel. With that being said, we're taking a look here at what's going on the screen via the 2 main gauges, and they include your tachometer to your left, speedometer to your right, and then your 4 small gauges, which includes your coolant temperature, oil level, your oil pressure, as well as your fuel gauge and range. As you can see, we are currently at empty, but thankfully we're not going to be driving this vehicle today. As you can see, come down below that, you do have your gear selector, exterior temperature, audio system, what's playing on the radio, your compass, and this vehicle's odometer reading, which this one has just over 9,000 miles on it. As you can see, you can cycle through a couple different things here on this little middle screen here via the steering wheel, and it's going to show us our trip 1 information. As you can see, trip 2 information, fuel economy average, auto start-stop function, seatbelt reminder, and then if you go back, you do have things here for your trip and fuel, and then you have your My View, off-road, towing, as well as navigation, phone, audio, and settings, as well as vehicle maintenance. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a 12.4-inch display here on the Sync 4A platform, and as you can see, it does look really nice. While it's not as big as what we find in something like the regular Ranger or even the Ford Edge, it still gives you a very nice place to spend time, especially if you're new to this sort of system here. Now, with that being said, it's pretty easy to use once you do get the hang of it. You have most of your controls up here. You're going to have your audio system right here, presets down here, and climate controls at the very bottom. So starting things off here, it's going to show us what's playing on the radio. You have your sources here, which includes the AM, FM, and Sirius XM radio, notifications, search for stations, or you can do it manually right over there. You have related stations to what it is that you're listening to. See track functions here, change the different channels. Again, you have your presets down here as well. And you have your different apps, which includes radio, phone, navigation, your audio, as well as towing. So with that being said, as we make our way up here, that's going to show us our different applications. You do have your settings over here, which we'll go through in just a moment, as well as our camera system, which, as you can see, it does give out a pretty good quality graphic. You also have a 360 camera down here, and you have additional camera views, which does include a split screen view, the full view, which, as you can see, is not fully available right now, but you do have that backup camera there, and it is not in reverse yet, but you do have those guidance markers. You do have what's going on underneath where you're towing, and you have a side-by-side view as well. Coming back over here, you have your radio, which is where we started off with. We're now going to go to our phone. That's going to allow us to add a phone to the vehicle via the Bluetooth system, or connect to a device that's already paired to the vehicle system. Coming to your navigation, as you can see, it's very nice and easy to use once you get the hang of it, and overall the quality looks pretty good. You can search for destinations here, 3D mode right there, settings down here, and overall it does look really nice. Coming down to your media, this is going to be for your Bluetooth audio and stuff of that nature. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is standard. Owner's manual is going to allow you to consult your owner's manual from inside of the vehicle system. You have little games here, such as a sketch right there, zone lighting right there, towing, which of course is going to show us your towing information, connection checklist. You have different settings, and you can add a trailer as well. As well as record feedback is going to be through the vehicle's in-vehicle microphone. Come over here to the little truck icon. That's going to be all your different settings, a comprehensive list, if you will, of different things that you can enable, disable, change, and make it your own. Starting off here with our controls is going to have our auto hold function, which you can turn on or off, as well as our off-road information, or as you can see there, basically your tire pressure monitoring system, suspension, and all that stuff, which is pretty nice and cool to see. You do have your sound controls, which includes your tone settings, and when you come to your balance and fade, you can literally move this around, so that way you will be able to get the best result when it comes on to audio quality. You also have speed compensated volume, as well as your sound mode, which includes things such as stereo as well as surround. You do have your phone list here, so when you do add a phone, it's going to show your contacts that are in the vehicle and all that stuff. Driver assistance is going to show things for your safety features, and they include your auto hold, normal cruise control, lane keeping assist, pre-collision assist, rear view camera delay, blind spot information system, trailer side view, parking aid sensors, road cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist rather, as well as your driver alert. And some of these, as you can see, can be disabled if you want to. You have your vehicle settings here, which is going to be for things that come within the vehicle, and you can adjust them, such as your windows, wipers, remote start setup, your 30-minute max idle, you can turn that function on or off, key detection alert, you can turn that function on or off, easy entry and exit. You do have your lighting, locks, and mirrors at the very bottom. You have general settings, which includes things such as your language, temperature, units of measurement, as well as software information. You have your display functions down here, and your clock adjustment at the bottom, followed by your ambient lighting, as well as the brightness for it. Your 911 assist, as you can see, whether you want that function to be enabled or disabled as well. Connectivity is going to deal specifically with things such as your Bluetooth, Wi-Fi networks, connected vehicle features. You have vehicle hotspot, which deals specifically with the hotspot function if you want that on or off. You can check your data usage, check your settings, you can manage the devices. Wireless app projection, as you can see there, as well as mobile apps. Software updates is going to check for any updates to the software system, and of course it's going to show you what update is going to come for the vehicle. You also can schedule it based on your availability. Ford Assistant right here is going to be for things such as your advanced mode, phone confirmation, as well as voice commands help and voice command list. Amazon Alexa is going to be a part of the vehicle because, you know, it is a newer vehicle obviously, but you also have to have an Amazon account in order for that to work. And then valet mode down here is going to lock certain functions of the vehicle up, so that way a valet cannot access it. You will have to disable that valet mode by entering a 4-digit PIN that you entered before you enable it to disable it to kind of get back to where it was before. So overall, that's a quick look at the settings portion here at the Ford Ranger Raptor, and that will also wrap it up here for the infotainment system portion. Now, as you come down here, as you can see, we do have our climate control functions. You have dual zone set up here for your temperature. Your fan speed is here, fan positioning, auto AC. You do have your heated seats for the front and front passenger, heated steering wheel, as well as your max airflow there. You have physical controls here for them, such as your fan speed, your volume control here, your recycling, hazard light button here, just to turn the AC itself on or off, as you can see there. Come below that, you do have a wireless charging pad. You also can charge your phone via a USB-C or USB port. You do have 2 cup holders, 10-speed automatic transmission, and when you put the vehicle into reverse, you do have that backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. And like I mentioned, you do have that 360 camera down here as well, as I showed earlier. With that being said, coming over here, we're going to have different shortcut buttons, which include your parking sensors. This is going to be for your traction control off, and as well as your auto stop start function, electronic parking brake. You do also have your different modes here for your 4-wheel drive, and then you have your drive mode selector here, which brings us up to this screen, which includes our normal mode, off-road, Baja, rock crawl. You also have sport, tow haul, as well as slippery. And then come over here to your glove compartment. While it is small, you have a little storage cubby on top of here, followed by some extra storage space down here at the bottom. You also have a 12-volt outlet, as you can see on the inside as well. This one being the Ranger Raptor, as expected, you are going to get a very good quality material for the interior. It's very nice. You do have some suede on the side bolsters here, which look really cool, and the side bolsters themselves look a little aggressive, which does add on a nice touch to it. It does spell out Raptor right here, where you'll be resting your back, and overall the seat profile looks absolutely gorgeous in this small pickup truck. Come over here to your glove box. You have a good amount of storage space in there. You have some storage right here. You have this upper portion here, as you can see, that you can put stuff in as well. You have some more of that soft touch material as expected. However, on top of the dash itself, you do have some hard touch plastic. Passenger airbag light will be right there. You do have your mirror here. You have your controls for your overhead lights, as well as your your third quarter window in the back. You do have your sunglass holder here. You also have your aux switches right there. 3 garage home link, as well as a visor, a mirror, as well as lighting. And then coming to the left side, as you can see, we're going to have our headlight controls, fog light controls, and our gauge dimmer switches. With that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of this badass small pickup truck. coming into the back of the Ranger Raptor, materials do fall through in this one, which is very, very nice to see. You do have your seat pockets, one on this side and one on this side. Some storage right here. You have a USB-C and USB port, followed by a 400-watt house plug-in. You also have a powered armrest with 2 cup holders. This one here does come standard with the Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, making it easier to fill up at the gas station. You have the Raptor graphics package right over here. Now, as we come over to the rear of the vehicle, you do have LED taillights, and this one is a little different because they are clear in comparison to what you find on the standard Ranger. You do have Ford right there, kind of in the black oval, which is nice. You have your backup camera there. Ranger spelled out here. Raptor badge is right there. Rear parking sensors, your recovery hooks in black, your dual exhaust tips, and a tow hitch. When properly equipped, the Ranger Raptor can tow upwards of 5,500 pounds. Soft opening tailgate. Now, coming into the bed, of course, you do have this full and spare and bed liner as expected. You do also happen to have what looks like to be a Pro Power onboard, except this one doesn't have that option on the vehicle. But overall, it does look really nice. Under the hood of the Ford Ranger Raptor, we're taking a look at one of the reasons why you would probably upgrade to this over something like a Ranger Lariat or even an XLT. This is a 3-liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6 engine. It produces 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be made to that 10-speed automatic transmission, and this one is 4-wheel drive. Fuel economy, while not the greatest, comes in at 16 city, 18 highway. All right, guys, so back in the Ranger Raptor, this is the more affordable Raptor. If you compare it to the Ford F-150 Raptor and the Bronco Raptor, you would have, in this case here in the lineup, the Ranger Raptor, followed by the F-150 Raptor, followed by the Bronco Raptor. And I say that because the F-150 Raptor and the Bronco Raptor start at around 80 grand. So the Raptor F-150 can start, I believe, in the mid-70s, but most of them would be about 80. And they can get very expensive. This one here does have a sticker, like I said, of just over 59,000 when it was brand new a year ago. But if you look at the standard F-150 Raptor or the Bronco Raptor, they'll start in the mid to high 70s, close to 80,000, and they can easily surpass $100,000. So with that being said, while this one is a smaller version of what you'll find on the F-150 Raptor, this one here is affordable, but is also packed with performance, technology, and overall just a great, badass looking off-road pickup truck. With that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, finished off here in Oxford White with the black leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.